Whoa, this is new. Alright, time to fight some fiends, aka blue imps. Blue imps have pretty low HP. No need to be too worried about them, especially if you went and leveled up a little bit in the Guardia Forest or from fighting Gato. As you can see, one quick hit from Chrono, even with his basic weaponry and gear, kills him. But yeah, I guess we got sent back in time. Well, spoilers. My bad. I got a little ahead of myself, but yes, we did get sent back in time. To almost the exact same spot that the fair was happening. Ooh, get that guy. But yeah, before we continue, I actually have to do something really quick, so give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to sync up my audio really quick because I had to do a quick change in my... let's actually give Chrono the power glove. I think that'll be cool. Which ups our power by 2, or our strength by 2. And we'll fight these guys. Anyway, as you may have noticed, that last episode ended pretty abruptly. And the truth is, I kind of wanted a cool transition, and I think I flubbed it. I think I may have hit end record a little too soon. But we can adjust that in editing. That's the beauty of editing, right? You can change it after the fact. Or recording, I guess. You can change it after the fact in editing. So another thing about the overworld that I forgot to mention is in the bottom left of the top screen, as you can see, there's a question mark. Since I've already spoiled that we're back in time, this box actually presents to you what current era you're in. And as you may notice, if you go to the residence here, talk to this girl. My husband wants a daughter both clever and fair. Oh. I'm Banta, the village blacksmith. I'm forging this bell at the king's behest as a symbol of his love for Queen Lean. The queen's vanishing act had me wondering if all this work would be for naught. After all, what's the bell without the queen, eh? But it seems they found her in the canyon up north. She's back at the castle now, and I'm back to work. There's a market here. Just look, did you? Surely there's something you'd like to buy. You can also buy stuff here, pretty much the same price. I am going to buy 3 of these shelters. And that's going to be it for me. Talk to this knight. Mind to buy some weapons? Join the fight against the Fiend Lord's army, have you? Wonderful! But remember to equip the weapons you buy. No much meaning elsewise. Now let's go to this residence to end it off. Millennial Fair? Here? Have you been in your cups? Our kingdom's only 600 years old. King Guardia the 23rd, or 21st still reigns as last I checked. I scarce remember the days before the war against the Fiend Lord began. The months turned to years. When will all this end? So we're in a different time period. As you can tell, they said 600 years is how long the kingdom has reigned. Let's grab this, another strength capsule. And I guess I can talk about what strength capsules are. If you go to your inventory here, let's press select. Strength capsules permanently raise your strength by 1. Now, these are pretty rare items usually. These are usually pretty rare items. So, I think there's only like 30 total? That could be a way high number than I'm remembering, but I think there's only 30 total in a playthrough. But the beauty of Chrono Trigger is once you beat the game, you can do New Game Plus. So you can play through the entire story again, get more strength capsules, and max out your party if you really wanted to. And you can do that time and time again, and you don't even have to beat the game to unlock New Game Plus again. You can just keep doing New Game Plus over and over and over again. Granted, that means you just have to, you know, do the basic stuff. Anyway, let's use Cyclone. Show it off real quick. Costs 2 MP and does quite a bit of damage, as you can tell. But yeah, I've been saying "but yeah." That's like my go-to. Those are my go-to filler words. I think that's actually what those are called. The words you use when you're trying to fill in space. I'm pretty sure they're just called filler words. Regardless, you can do New Game Plus over and over as many times as you like for a file of Chrono Trigger, and you can get as many strength capsules as other capsules as you want. And yes, there are, I believe, 2 other capsules in this game. And they are both very good. Arguably better than the strength capsule. And when we unlock one, I will be sure to show it off. Ooh, these guys are lined up pretty well. Let's use our Cyclone move. Oh, come on. Get closer. Get closer. Closer together, dude. I know you guys can do it. Ooh, I might just have to... I'm just going to have to bite the bullet. If I was quicker, maybe I could have done it, but... I just don't want to die. Another fun thing about Chrono Trigger is that all the enemies have names. This is the Roundillo Rider. And another fun thing about Chrono Trigger is that each enemy has, not each enemy, but most enemies have a slightly different name in the Super Nintendo version versus the DS version. There are a lot of goofy names in the SNES version as well. Like, there is a guy that is named Groupie, which is kind of goofy, in my opinion. All right. I'm also just now realizing that the audio track for my Audacity file is still... I forgot to hit, like, new project. So I'm just recording on the same file, which means, I mean, it doesn't really mean anything to you guys. It's just a little extra work for me in editing, but I'll be able to figure it out. All right, what's going on? Why does the queen want us? Come nearer. Hee hee. Fooled you, didn't I, Chrono? Oh, it's Marl. It's me, but everyone keeps calling me Lean for some reason. Sorry, that was me sipping Lean. Haha, get it, bro? Anyway, we were only together for that short time at the fair, but somehow I knew you'd come for me. Thank you, Chrono. What's happening? Ugh, I feel like I'm being torn apart. Help me, Chrono. I'm scared. It's like I'm dying. Please, Chrono, help. I wonder what happened. Chrono! Whew, you're okay. Did you find the girl? She what? She disappeared? Just as I thought then. I knew I recognized her from somewhere. We seem to be at Guardia, but it looks like a lot older than the Guardia we're from. They must have mistaken that girl for her ancestor. After all, that girl was our Princess Nadia. Marl, that is, Princess Nadia, is a descendant of Queen Lee. Queen Lean was kidnapped and someone was supposed to have gone and saved her, but now history's been changed. Marl looks so much like the queen that they probably called off their search when she appeared. If the real queen is killed... tomorrow will never have existed, but there might still be enough time. If we can save the queen, history as we know it should remain unchanged. Something must happen to the queen in this era if she isn't rescued. And if something happens to her, her descendant, Princess Nadia, will never come into being. We have to find the real queen. And now, just like that, Luca joins your party. And yes, Luca is only one level below Chrono, but that's because we did a little extra grinding. So we don't, we only slightly flubbed it. Anyway, as we're just going to continue exploring the castle a little bit because there are items that we can grab while we're here. For example, we can grab this on her gold. We can also check out this mysterious four seals it shut. We can check out that mysterious box. As well as go in here, open this chest, get bronze armor. And we are going to put that onto Chrono, because I don't believe, yes, Luca cannot wear the bronze armor, which is giving us plus 11 defense. That's pretty significant. And as you can tell, there is gear that the males can wear that the females can't, and vice versa. There are armors that both the men and women can wear. I say men, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that part. Don't worry. I like calling them the boys, but I could see how that might be a problem. Regardless, let's talk to you. Take a seat at the upper left corner of the table. Oh, okay. There we go. Broom, broom, broom. I want a power stew. Here you go. HP restored. So our HP was restored. And I want a refreshing salad. Here you go. Our MP was restored. So, in this area, you can get free HP and MP restores. And if you do the not the stew, but I think the pork roast or whatever, that is a full recovery. Also on this side over here are beds that you can use to do essentially the same thing and arguably much faster. We're not going to rest because we don't need to. But let's go look for the queen. Queen Lean. And before we do, let's interact with Marl. Also, let's check out this mysterious box. That'll come in handy later, or it'll become important later. All right. Luca, just like Marl, does more damage the higher her accuracy is. And thanks to Luca's accessory, you can't really tell on the bottom right there, but you see a little HP bar, which just basically shows you how much HP is left on the enemy. In the DS, or not the DS, the SNES version of this game, little bars will appear at the top or bottom of the screen depending on where, I guess, the gauge is at. And it'll say, when you hit an enemy, number out of however much their health is, whatever their max health is. So very useful to remember and keep in mind. And something I didn't mention before, every time you come into this forest, and I highly recommend you do this, every time you come into this forest, this bush will be shaking. If you press A on it, that whole sequence will happen, and that little monster will come out, and you'll get a free shelter every single time. So make sure to use and abuse it. All right. There we go. 10 EXP, 3 TP. And just like every other character, Luca also learns techs. She needs one more, unfortunately, before she unlocks her flamethrower tech. But we'll we'll cover that at some other point. Honestly, this is kind of a good stopping point. Or, well, no, this isn't a stopping point. Let's go in here real quick. Talk to this nun. Want to say a prayer for yourselves. What's this? What'd you find? A hairpin? This is Guardia's royal crest. Alright, time to fight Nagas. I think, yes, in this version they are referred to as simply Naga rather than Naga-eds. Because it's kind of redundant. It's kind of redundant to say the least. One thing really annoying about Nagas is that they will slow you down significantly. The good news is they don't hit back very hard. And I haven't really shown this off yet, but you can use the bottom screen to indicate how you want to attack and who you want to attack. I kind of wish, the only thing about the DS version that I wish was a little bit better handled would be how the sight scope works. I think there is a way to make it so it shows you like the exact number of the HP, but I could be wrong. It would require me to fiddle with stuff, and I don't really want to fiddle with things right now. I just kind of want to record. Oh god, it's so painfully slow as well. Just so painfully slow. Honestly, I may have to have Luca use a potion on herself. Maybe not. Ooh, nice crit. Unfortunately, that is Luca's crit. Oh, man. God, come on. Oh, Luca's taking so much damage. There we go. That one should be down for the count. Oh, especially after that crit. 22 damage. Let's go. It's kind of funny. I'm playing through, or not, I'm not playing through, but my friend Austin is playing through this game right now. And it's been very fun to just kind of watch him play, because he's not like the most intuitive. And that's the nicest way I could put that. Or not intuitive, maybe that's the wrong word. He's not the best at RPGs. And this is a JRPG, but it's baby's first JRPG essentially, but he's not very good at them, and I can't blame him. They are very hard games to get into, but luckily this game is fairly easy, fairly digestible. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thought I had about that. That's it. That's the end of the thought. All right, let's finish this fight up. Ooh, 32 experience. And 4 TP. That means our levels are increasing, and we're learning Flamethrower and Flame Whirl. Phew, wasn't expecting that. Ah! Lower your guard, and you allow the enemy in. You've come to save the Queen? The Fiend's lair lies within, it would seem. Will you accompany me? You're... Chrono, it's a giant talking frog. You know I can't stand frogs. I suppose I ought not expect you to trust me, looking as I do. Very well, do as you please, but I must save the Queen. Wait! You don't seem like a bad person, what should we do, Chrono? Go with the frog. Right, I guess I'll just have to get over my aversions to slimy or moist-skinned creatures. So, what's your name? Frog. Frog will suffice. Alright, nice. Nice to meet you, Frog. And you as well. This room must conceal a hidden passage. Let us search every corner. Now, Frog joins the party. And Frog is very strong. As you can tell, he's level 5, the highest level of the group so far. And he's got not only bronze armor, but also bronze helm, which is Something we're missing. But he also has a power glow, which gives him +2 strength, making his attack slightly better than Chrono's. Now, what is Frog's tech? So Frog comes with a tech already. He comes in with Slurp, which, just like Aura, heals the party just a little bit. I did that, but I'm also going to show something else off before I end the episode. When you are in the overworld, or at a save point, which we haven't shown yet, you can use these items called shelters, which fully heal the 3 members in your current party. That's HP and MP. And while you're in the overworld, you can also save. Now, I'm not going to be saving on camera because I have a file on here that is in the end game and thus would spoil quite a bit of things. Regardless, in the next episode, we're going to try and save the queen. And we're hopefully going to do it in style. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.